Good morning children, hope all are fine. See, now we are in which chapter? The first chapter, crop production and management. What is saying in this chapter? About agriculture. Is it the importance of agriculture and what are the steps? What are the steps of agricultural practice? Is it? There are mainly 8 or 7. According to that you can write 7 steps are there. In that first what we are doing? First we are doing preparing the land by ploughing and breaking the lumps and all. We are preparing the land. Just prepare the land for the cultivation. And next what we have to do? We have to sow the seeds. After sowing the seeds, we have to add some food want to give, no, then only it will grow. So we have to add some manure or fertilizers. That only we discussed in the last class. Is it what to do, what are the manures and what are the fertilizers we have to do, and why we should not use more fertilizers. Is it replenish the fertility of the soil. We are adding the manure to replenish the fertility of the soil. Then only the plants can grow very well. So why we are preferring manure than the fertilizers? Recently most of the farmers are advised to use more manure than the fertilizers, because the fertilizers are chemicals. Always the chemicals will do some harm to us. Our body is made up of different types of chemicals. So if it is coming to in our body, it may get reacted and we will get some diseases. So it is actually we are doing harm to us itself. Anyway, last it will reach to acid. Okay, so we have to reduce the use of the fertilizers, and in the textbook it is very clearly given what are the difference between a manure and a fertilizer. Always fertilizer will give you fast result, but it is not good. It will give some damage or some bad effects in the later. So the next step is what we have add manure, and next we have to do what? The most essential thing a plant needs. What is that? Without that the plant cannot grow. If we didn't add manure or fertilizer, it may grow. May not be very nicely, but it will grow. What is needed to make food and all? Water. So the water is the most essential thing the plant needs, and if it is not getting, we have to give. Is it? Carbon dioxide is everywhere. We no need to give extra. Is it? But water we have to provide. Then only the plants will grow very nicely. So the watering the plants or giving or providing water in the correct time. When the plant is needed and how much a plant is needed. See, all the crops don't want same amount of water. Some plants need more water, some plants need less water. Is it? So depend on what type of crop we are growing, we have to provide water. The best example is rice. In the case of rice needs more water in the starting time. Is it? See, when the rice is grown, you can see the water will be stagnant. It will be stagnant. Okay. So like that, rice needs more water, and that's why we are growing rice in the which season? In the rainy season. Then only it will get enough water and rice grow very nicely. So some plants no need of much water, like wheat no need much water. So we no need to provide that much water to such plants. So depend on what type of crop we are growing, we have to provide water. So the providing water is called what? Irrigation. What is that? Irrigation. Irrigation is nothing but providing water. The correct time is called what? Irrigation. See, irrigation. Okay. So irrigation, there are different types of irrigation. You see, the olden time there were no motor. Okay, and they don't know how the water can go to the plants. So most people, where they settled, if they want to do some farming, where they will go, or where they will start farming? Near any water bodies, either riverside or any big lake is there, or like that, any water body is there, nearby only they start to grow the plants. Then it is easy to get water for the crops. Always we can't depend on the rain. Rain won't be there always. There will be very rare, is it? So we have to provide extra water to the trees and it is growing very nicely. Is it? But trees now already became big and the roots are so long and it can get water from down and up. So we no need to give extra water. But the crops, they are small plants. If they are not getting enough water, definitely it may die. So we have to give water. So in the olden time, traditional. Here the term traditional. What is the meaning of traditional? I wear now one dress. What is it? Modern dress or traditional dress? It is the traditional dress. Is it? Traditional dress of India. Sorry. But modern dress you can say jeans, pants. Is it? That is the modern. So the same way, traditional means the olden time how the farmers did the irrigation. Okay. They are Dekli and Rahat. I will show you how it is. And in the textbook also there are pictures are there, you can refer. And modern you may see, you all are modern now. So you have seen the modern methods, is it? In our school itself, have you seen this any sprinkler? There will be one pipe and from the water will sprinkle all around, is it? Such irrigation is called what? Sprinkler. What is the benefit of sprinkler? Once you switch on, you no need to go under, no need to somebody's help to do the irrigation. We just want to on a switch, enough. It will do its own, is it? So our work is reduced. So that's the sprinkler. And if you want, you can arrange the time. How much time I want to give water, and it will go its own. If you want to continuously give water, now it's ready. It will give continuously water throughout the day. And drip irrigation. Drip means drop by drop, the base of the plant get water. Okay, so that's called a drip irrigation. See here. See, these are some modern methods of irrigation. I told sprinkler. Like one pipe will be there, from the pipe water will sprinkle all around from the nozzles. Okay, and the plants will grow very nicely. So if the land is not even and we can't go for another irrigation type, you can select which irrigation? Sprinkler irrigation. Next is drip irrigation. This irrigation is used for the plants those want always water continuously. If it is not getting water, the plant will wilt very soon. Okay, such a plants we will select which irrigation? Drip irrigation. Drip is nothing but you can see one pipe. One pipe is moving. It is going just near to the roots of the plants, and near the root drop by drop water will give to the plant. So the plant can grow very nicely and it will get continuously water. So this is the another type, drip irrigation. And next one is furrow. You may see this furrow. The farmers are using this type because no need of much money and all. So they just want to make some furrows. Furrows mean just channels. Like channels, they will make channels with the help of hoe or something, some device. They will make channels and provide water from tank or any other water bodies. So the continuously water is flowing in between the crops. So the plants on both the sides of the channel getting the water. Such irrigation is called what? Furrow irrigation. Okay, it can time to time you can give, you select for this furrow. If you want to see, it is now also you can see around you this irrigation. And basin. Basin is in here. See, it is very small, but it will do for very large area like your classroom or more than your classroom, this bigger one. So the plants will grow there nicely, and inside there will be stagnant water. Water will be collected here more, and around that they will make small walls with the mud. Okay, so inside water is logged, and these plants can take water very fastly. And what type of plants need such irrigation? This basin type. I told just 1 minute before. Which plant need more water always? It want to be in water. Yes, rice. So the basin is mainly used for which plants? Rice plants. So these are the different types of modern irrigation. Now you discuss about traditional irrigation. You see, in the traditional irrigation, you may see in movies and all old movies, if you see, you can see. See, this is well. From the well, with the help of pulley, with the help of pulley, you may see in physics, pulley had to take water from the wells, and they manually they take with the hand and water the plant. This is using pulley. And rahat is, see, here the tank will be there and this side will be field. So this is the water body. So they are taking water using this rahat. See, just rotate these round wheels, then the water is get taken and just come up and then pour to the tank, and tank will supply water to the fields from the tank. Okay, so such one is called what? Rahat. And next one is dakli. Dakli is like a round, it is one side. There you can see some cows or buffaloes, and they while the buffaloes or cows are rotating, that time this dakli also get rotated and the water is taken from one side to other side. So, and from here the water is given to the fields. From the water body, they are taking water and providing water to the fields. So these are the different methods of irrigation. So what is irrigation? Supplying water to the plants frequently or the correct time. That is called what? Irrigation. So now we have given water to the plants. See, if there is more water, definitely what will be more there? See, for example, I tell you, in your nearby your home, one place may leave it dry and one place you pour always water. After 1 month, what will happen? If you just check it, what will happen? Where you are giving always water, that land, what will happen? You just check it. Immediately small grass, like so many plants will come up. You may think, hey, I didn't put any seed or anything. Then from where these plants has rise up? Definitely there will be so small seeds of wild plants. Wild plants means not using plants. So many plant seeds are there in our soil. So whenever you are giving water, immediately these plants will come up. The same thing will happen in the case of the field also. While you are giving the water, maybe the old plants or some other wild plants, everything will start to come up. Do you need those plants? No. If there is no such plants, what will happen? What will happen? Your crop is, see, wheat is your crop. Okay, you want to grow wheat, and you started to provide water. And after some time, you can see some other plants also coming. Those plants you can call as unwanted plant. You don't want that plant. That's called unwanted plant. So that unwanted plants are called what? Weed. What is that? Weed. So weeds are the unwanted plant. Do you want that unwanted plant more? No. So you want to remove those unwanted plants. How can you? The field will be very big. If you are going to plant the plants, is it possible to remove all the plants? No, it's not possible. You need more members as workers, is it, to take the plants. So manually you can do. You can call so many members as workers, pay money and ask them to remove all the weeds. Then your field will be very good. And more weeds will be get removed first itself. Which we will do first? Which step? Plowing the field. Before doing crops, you are doing plowing the field nicely. So what will happen? The old plant seeds or old small plants, roots, everything is there. Everything will come up and will die and mix in the soil. So many weeds we are removing the first itself. But after watering the plant, then also small plants will come. So we can remove different ways. One is manually. You can pluck out all the plants. And next one is weedicide. Have you heard about weedicide? Weedicide means weed is going to do suicide. That means weed is going to be killed, and by using some chemicals. So those chemicals are called what? Weedicides. So weedicides are nothing but the chemicals used to remove weeds are called weedicides. Okay, so the chemical names it is, so it won't be familiar. You have to by heart it. I have written only 2 examples, and in the textbook there are more examples. One is metachlor and dalapone. Metachlor and dalapone. These are 2 weedicides used by farmers for what? To remove the weeds. What is a weed? unwanted plant. And next one is biological method. Biological method. Best example I tell you. See, your area it is sericulture. Is it? Sericulture means silkworm. Silkworm eat which plants leaves? Can it will eat all the plants leaves? No, it will eat only which plants leaves? Mulberry leaves. So that our silkworm is like some members in our school, our class. They will like only, they will say to mother, I want only this food. I don't want this food. And they never touch other food, only what they like, that only they will eat. Is it? The same way, silkworm also like to eat mulberry leaves only. It don't like other leaves. Like that, so many insects are there, they like a particular one plant. So, in this biological method, what the farmers do, if they have some extra unwanted plants, they will think about which insect will eat the leaf of that plant, only that plant. It should not harm to your wheat, should not touch the wheat, should eat only the extra plant what is growing. Okay, so we are not using any chemicals, we no need to give money for that workers. You just leave some insects. The insects will eat only the extra plant. Then it is very easy, no? The insect got the food also and the plants also get removed. Such a method is called a biological method. Okay, these are we discussed about to remove the weeds, unwanted plants. And best example for biological method is given in your book. It is cochineal seeds and opuntia. Opuntia is a weed. Opuntia is a weed or unwanted plant. To remove this opuntia plants, they are using cochineal insects. They will just release some cochineal insects into the field, and these insects will start to eat all this opuntia. So you can't find any opuntia in your field. So this is the biological method. So weeding is the removing of weed from the field is called what? Weeding. And this weeding is done by three methods: manually, with the hand, or with any what, hoe or a pickaxe or something you can. And next, weedicides means which kill, the chemicals kill or remove the weeds, only that weed only will get removed. But it is having another result. You know why? These chemicals don't know the plant which is good or bad. So sometimes some chemicals can attack your plant also. So it is very dangerous. So we have to avoid maximum chemicals. We want to depend on both biological and manual, that is more better than this chemical method. Next we are going to discuss about almost like this. This is a plant, but it is an animal, pest. Pest is nothing but unwanted or that insects which harm the plant. They are called what? Pest. So you differentiate. Weed is a plant, pest is a organism. That means pest is a animal or insect which do harm to your crop. They are called a pest. So to control that pest is called a pest control. This also three ways you can. Manually you can by using some stick or that. If a snake comes, what you will do? You take a stick and kill it. No. So like that. When any frogs are there, no, you try to remove all the frogs. So these are manually. And next one is what? Using chemicals. Pesticide. Weedicide is to weed. Pesticide is to remove pest. So they are using some chemicals. To example, DDT and atrazine. DDT and atrazine. But it is very bad. Okay. If you are using this DDT and atrazine, DDT as a character, it will dissolve in water and it may enter into the fruits or vegetables whatever growing. So if it will enter into those fruits and vegetables, and while you are eating those fruits and vegetables, it will enter into your body also. So best we should maximum avoid what is this pesticides. Otherwise, before having fruits or vegetables, you have to wash it very nicely. But then also 80 or 50% will only get removed. Other things will be inside only. So better if you are a farmer, maximum don't use like this chemicals. So this is the pesticide to remove the pest. And not only like that, insects, bacteria, fungus, these all do harm to the plant. These all are what? Pest. Bacteria to big birds also will come and eat. Is it and damage the crop. So to remove all this is called what? Pest control. So today's our topic only this much, very short. You read the textbook, then only answer the worksheet. Okay. So got it? Irrigation. Then one more thing I didn't say, lodging. What is that term? Lodging. Lodging is nothing but, I'll show you. See, if you are watering the plant, doing irrigation, if it is more water enter into the field, there will be more water than the plants. The plants may sink into the water. Then what will happen? It will damage the plant, and this damaging of the plant is called what? Lodging. Okay, so damaging of plants due to extra water or more water is called lodging. Okay, and this lodging is because of logging of water. Water is logged here or stagnant water more in the field. It result in the damage of the plant, that is called lodging. So lodging is the damaging of the plants just because of over irrigation or more irrigation. So that's all. So read it and study well.